Welcome. Today I will be paraphrasing, summarizing, and sharing for the June 20th Al-Anon readings and Courage to Change and a little time for myself. And today is my son's 30th birthday, so I don't think he's watching this video, but mwah, I love you. Happy birthday. We'll begin with the Serenity Prayer and 3 mindful breaths. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. I'm going to take a moment to look this over. The question is, what am I doing today to accept my imperfections? And the passage was written by a person who says that when they came to Al-Anon, they felt a large amount of shame. They felt like they should have been able to fix the problems with their alcoholic loved one, but they gradually learned that being imperfect is part of being human, and Al-Anon showed them that it was necessary to love and accept themselves in order to change for the better. This person says that through attending meetings and reading conference-approved literature, they learned that every time they tried to be perfect, they would feel more pain. Today's reminder: we release the pain and open up to change when we accept our faults gently and compassionately. The quote is from Courage to Change. It's helpful when we treat ourselves with the same care we would an Al-Anon member who is in turmoil. What am I doing today to accept my imperfections? Well, today is a day where I see so many imperfections in myself. It's really embarrassing, but I'm going to tell you that, even though it's within like my eating window, I overindulged. I saw something on, they're from Nature Valley. I saw it on a YouTube channel that I follow. I think it's called Tam's ASMR, TAM''S, Tam's ASMR. She does grocery hauls, and she was doing these Nature Valley bars that look like nutty bars, which I don't eat anymore. But these are wafers with peanut butter and a little bit of chocolate and like nuts on top. And they're okay. They're really not that good. But I managed to, I'm going to say it, I managed to eat the whole box. There are 5 of them. It's 1,000 calories, according to the label. So really not that much, to tell you the truth, kind of a huge waste of calories, because it's not like I'm over full or anything. but not a lot of nutrition, and just a sign for me that something's going on in here. And actually, if I'm completely honest, like that kind of overindulgence is not completely, like it's not that uncommon that it happens, because like I've been saying, I've been kind of an open book about this. Like, this is my thing. This is my struggle. Um, so that happened. That was very imperfect, very imperfect. And I went to my meeting, which was wonderful as always. And I have a text into my sponsor, um, just because I was just checking in with my sponsor, and I go to my meeting once a week. But I do feel like a low level feeling of kind of hopelessness. Um, I can't really put my finger on it. I can't really describe it. It's not like I wouldn't say I'm depressed or anything like that. I just have like this underlying sense of I can't even think of another word, hopelessness. Like my stepmom, um, that situation ongoing, and some of the favorite channels that I watch on YouTube, they're all talking about the immigration situation. I'm recording this on June 13th, so they're all talking about the immigration situation. Um, One YouTuber, Millennial Magic, she did a whole video on the situation in LA, and then the Financial Diet, which is another channel that I keep up with. She's actually right now, like I said, this I'm recording this on June 13th, so when this is posted, it'll be over. But unless she's still doing it, I don't know. But the Financial Diet is actually doing a live stream right now, collecting money for immigrant children, because apparently they don't have legal representation, and like little kids are being, put in front of judges. Someone said, I don't know. I don't want to like spread things that aren't true. Um, Let me just say that it sounds really, really bad, and it sounds really, really unacceptable. And I don't know anyone in their right mind who would support that, if that's what's going on. I try not to, get into it, but like that's just upsetting, because I feel like there's a process. I have a really hard time believing that that's part of a legal process in the United States, that a 5-year-old would be separated from their family and put in front of a judge all by themselves. Like that just doesn't sound right. So um, it's also the day before events happening in Washington, D.C., planned by our current president, and also in other parts of, like in every other part of the country, there are No King Day protests planned. I don't know. I just feel a heaviness. Uh, so, what am I doing to accept my imperfections? I guess, like, if one of my sponsees called me and was saying what I'm saying to you right now, I would say, make a gratitude list, exercise, drink enough water, go to a meeting, which I've done. Um, I still need to exercise. I did go out to the store, but that wasn't exercise. I'm not saying that's exercise. I'm just saying, like, it's not like I've been, like, home in my pajamas all day. Because that, for me, can be another um, sign of, not doing great. I'm laughing because my sponsor texted me back with, like, a hysterically laughing smiley face, like with tears, because I told her about the box of stupid wafer things. So, so I guess it's not the end of the world, but it's not great. But I need to be gentle with myself. I need to get some fresh air. It is gorgeous outside today. Um, Also, the meeting that I went to was about step 11, praying only for knowledge of our higher power's will for us and the power to carry that through. And actually, I don't know if you heard it, but my timer just went off because it's 2 o'clock and it's time for me to meditate and my 2 o'clock world meditation. So I'm actually going to pause this and I'm going to meditate and I'm going to come back because I feel like I need to. This has a big tab on it. I must have chaired a meeting and used this reading as the topic because at the top I wrote choices. All right, I'm going to read this. So there are 4 different sections of this that I highlighted. Passage starts off with reacting to fears in the same way, even though circumstances have changed. This person says they often keep quiet when confronted instead of speaking up. They do this, they give up their self-respect out of fear and out of habit. So this person says they will admit that they have a problem and turn it over to their higher power. Courage is fear that has said its prayers. That's one of the things that I have highlighted. I paraphrased a bit. Courage is fear that has said its prayers. I love that. I can recognize my fear, say my prayers, and have faith that healing will come. We can respond to ourselves and others with love, caring, even when we feel fear and confusion and anger. Today's reminder, we can try to become more aware of alternatives that we don't yet see. That's where the choices parts comes in. Become aware of alternatives. And the quote is from an All Our Affairs. We can change the way we react. I feel like that's a period right there, like a full stop. But specifically, this says because we have no control over other people. Makes sense. Sometimes I feel like my compulsions are so strong, like my habits are so strong that like I don't even have control over myself. But I guess that's when it's most important to be aware of that and to ask for help. Ask for help. Just when I was meditating just now, I meditate two basic mantras, which is we are welcoming in an expanded consciousness of love. That's from Pam Gregory, and the Sadhguru one is I am not the body, I am not even the mind. So I do those two when I'm meditating for that 15 minutes. And I've mentioned it before, that's a Pam Gregory thing, 7 p.m. UK time every day, which happens to be 2 p.m. where I live, 2 to 2:15 every day I try to meditate. I set my alarm on my phone so I remember. And the idea is that when everybody meditates at the same time, that there's like something with the energy that improves it. And hey, it can't be bad. So I participate. I can change the way I react. Yes, I have choices. I have alternatives, and I always have my higher power. We'll close out with the serenity prayer and 3 mindful breaths. Here we go. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. Thank you so much for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Sending you love. Take care.